Welcome to BitBoy Crypto.
We can't let anybody else find out who we are. My eyes are up here. I personally would not advise that strategy. Yeah. Bugs Bunny or Tweety Bird, how to make money in crypto.
Oh, you're killing me.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben. My mission is to empower you to find financial freedom through crypto assets. That sounds good. The subscribe button. If you want to stay updated, make sure to hit that bell. YouTube is hiding our videos more than ever, so you got to hit that bell and turn on all notifications. So make sure, we're going to definitely talk about Cardano today. See people already chatting about it in the comments. Cardano is crushing it right now. We're going to be taking a look at why that is. We're also going to be taking a look at, Bitcoin, is it still poised to hit six figures? And, some people definitely believe that it still is. But we are certainly in some doldrums of crypto right now, for sure. So we'll have to see what happens. We'll be taking a look at the charts. We'll have Frankie Candles joining us here in a little bit to talk about the charts and, to see in the short term. I've got Carl on the channel today. He'll be on a little bit later at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so you guys can check him out and see what he says. Guys, we are just in a time right now where we are, as Carl puts it today, we're hanging by a thread right now to the Bitcoin price. As long as we're staying above 40K, like things are still where they're at. But if we were to go below 40K, I mean, really, I don't know. I feel like we don't have much to stop us. So we don't know if it's going to 29 or 30K or if it could go below that if we drop below 40. Some people think that it'll never go below 29K again. It's showing there's a lot of support there. We were only dipped under that just a slight bit. Going back up. We had a big snow day in Georgia here yesterday.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a huge snow day. Canceled everything. Canceled church. Canceled everything.
We almost got it to stick.
Zero snow. And, I was asking this question on Friday. Yeah. On Friday, I was asking this question. I was looking at the weather app, and I was saying, look at the snow chance. It's 100%. But the temperature did not get below 34 at any given point on the weather app for Sunday. And of course, it never did. So it snowed all day yesterday. And we got zero snow. Yeah. Zero snow. It was really the most disappointing snow day, I think, in the history of my lifetime.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we were supposed to get, I don't know how much we were supposed to get. Like, they pumped up the snow day for 2 weeks. And then we got it. And we got no snow at all. It's so sad. So my kids were so disappointed. There was one point where it stuck like just a dusting on like 50% of what you saw out there.
Right.
It was so sad. My son said, "Daddy, can we go make a snowman?" I said, "No, son, we can't. There's not enough snow."
To be the most pitiful snowman of all time.
Yeah. It won't even be as big as the Lego man. And so my kids were so disappointed. We're talking about maybe taking them to a snow place.
Yeah.
In the winter here.
A snow place? What do you mean when you say snow place?
I don't know. Someplace they have a lot of snow.
Oh, okay. Like north?
Yeah, obviously somewhere north. Maybe Colorado. I don't know. Somewhere's got snow.
Yeah.
Y'all drop in the chat. Where's the snow? I want to know. I should come visit your town. We'll have a contest. Oh, we got to pick our contest winner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we reached the light goal.
David Guyton said 81 million snow.
81 million snow.
There you go.
That's how much snows?
That's how much
81 million?
Snow is where he is, apparently.
Okay. All right. So.
And then we got to set a new light goal, I guess, too.
We do. But I need to play around with it. I need to play around and see how I repost the contest.
Okay.
So come to Detroit, come to Colorado. Columbia has snow.
I think I am going to go to Colorado. I just don't know when to go snowboarding. I'm hoping end of February. But our LA trip got right in the middle of my typical February snowboarding trip. So that's okay, though.
That's a stinger. Now, before we pick the contest winner, just so you guys know, the way that you entered the contest was to like the video. Because the most important thing you can do for this channel and for crypto in general is to hit the like button. That's what allows more people to come in and check those out. So I'm going to draw it and I'm going to say the winner. We're not going to do the drawings live because it shows their email address.
So you want me to show this or not?
No, I don't want you to show this. I'm gonna do the random picker here on Gleam. I'm gonna pick the winner, gonna announce the winner, but that way it doesn't show their email address because you can't show it on screen without showing the email address.
Right.
So this is for 100 XRP.
Still need my drum roll.
Yeah, we need that for sure. Winners, here we go. Draw winner. It's drawing. Win, lose, or draw. All right, here we go. The winner is Chad Gibson. Chad Gibson.
Hey,
Gibson.
Where do you go,
You
Chad?
are the winner. Congratulations. You won 100 XRP. We will email you and get your information to send that over. So definitely number one thing you can do is to hit like on these videos. And we're going to have a new like goal for you guys. We'll set a like goal. We'll do another contest tomorrow.
There you go.
What's the like goal for today?
Like goal for today. Sorry, I'm thinking about snowboard places now. Everybody in the chat.
TJ loves snowboarding.
I do.
I snowboarded one time.
I want to go so bad.
I fell off the ski lift. Like I got off the ski lift and just immediately fell face down. And it was a nightmare. I had to walk down the hill. I'm not a snowboarder. I skate. I always thought, very typical, I did a lot of skateboarding as a kid. So I thought it'd be so easy. Totally different experience.
Yeah.
Because you can't move your feet.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's unique. Like goal for today, let's keep it at 5,000. See if we can hit 5,000 2 days in a row. See if Friday was a fluke or if everybody was just in a good mood.
Yeah.
Go from there.
So, all right. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. 1.44 million on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us there. We're 780K on Twitter, BitBoy_crypto. You hit the screen.
Oh.
And you got to doing something funky there.
I did hit the thing,
Yeah.
but
Show the screen.
yeah, that's what happens when I hit it. Yeah. So
Oh, big problem.
Or do you have the controller open?
Yeah, it says 0 FPS. I just need to restart it.
No, hold on. I can fix it.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds.
All right. We're going to fix it, guys. We're fixing it live on TV. Live on air.
There you go.
781,000 on Twitter. Don't forget BitBoy_crypto on Instagram. 416K. We're approaching 6,000 on my personal one where I don't take any crypto photos. 2.7 million on TikTok. I don't know if we'll ever get another follower there in the rest of our lifetimes. Prove us wrong. Go follow us on TikTok. Let's go and get started. CoinMarketCap still broken, so we're pretty much done with CoinMarketCap. I think we're just going to use CoinGecko from now on because CoinMarketCap is just it's unusable at this point. You can't sort the top 100 coins. You can only sort all the coins, which doesn't make any sense. I don't care that Chickenzillica had the biggest day. Who cares? All right, so here we go. The overall markets coming in at $2.134 trillion. Actually up from where we were on Friday, so that's good. 75 billion. Actually, I don't know if that's true because that might have been the coin market cap number we were looking at. Let me take a quick look at the overall market cap on coin market cap. See what that is. It's still over 2 as well. It's 2.02 trillion. So just for context, we're not actually up. It's just CoinGecko shows a higher number. 24-hour volume is 75 billion, extremely low. Bitcoin dominance. CoinGecko has it at 37.5%. CoinMarketCap has it a little bit closer to 39%. ETH dominance, 18%. Gonna cost you 47.5 Paraguays to send in each transaction. Okay, Bitcoin coming in right now, $42,332. It has just it seems like it's been stuck for 4 days now, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I look, it'll move like $100 or $200, and that's it. Ethereum coming in at 32.32. Binance Coin 473. It was almost back to 500, and then it's gone down a little bit. Cardano up 6.1% in the last 24 hours. It is back up to $1.50. Look at that. 27% move for the week. Congratulations, Cardano. Solana down. And now notice this. Cardano has now flipped Solana again. Remember that, Solana fanboys. Remember that when you start thinking that your project is going to beat Cardano and Cardano's vaporware and all this stuff, Cardano always moves back to the top. Cardano has been in the top 10 for like 4 years now. It has dropped out momentarily and came back into the top 10. But people that tell you Cardano is a joke and all this stuff, they simply just don't know what they're talking about. They don't know their history. So, all right, let's look at the top movers of the day. Top movers of the day. Cardano, number one mover of the day. BitTorrent up 2.2%. Monero 1.8%, continuing to have a good week. 17.2% for the week for Cardano or for Monero, excuse me. Tron up 6.5% for the week, 0.7% for the day. Litecoin up. Everything else is stable coins. Everything else getting crushed. Wonderland. We don't even have this on the rundown today, but Wonderland and Olympus DAO have been destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, not as a project, but their price action
Mhm.
has been absolutely destroyed. And you know what? We've looked at those projects before, and they look very exciting, and the APY, it looks legit. But I've always warned you guys about staking. You have to make sure that you are not losing money when you're staking. Because if you're staking a depreciating asset, you're bringing in returns in a depreciating asset, you're not making money. We did this with some yield farming over the summer of 2020, discovered this the hard way, is that I was making tons of returns on all that stuff I was staking. But guess what everybody's doing when they get those returns? They're cashing them out. And you know what happens when they cash out all the returns that are paid in the same currency? The price goes down.
Becomes a race to the bottom, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Wonderland and Olympus DAO, they're experiments, and they were working great for a while. But now, they're really struggling. A lot of people got hurt by this a pretty good bit because people bought it on a dip, and then it dipped another 50%.
Yeah.
So, not good. All right, let's move on here. Let's do Q&A.
Yeah, we've got some good beginner Q&A today. This is from Dad Knows. He said, beginner Q&A, how does someone get an airdrop, and are they really like free money?
Yeah, airdrops are free money. That's for sure. How does someone get an airdrop? Well, there are several websites out there that you can go to that you can find lists. If you just type in crypto airdrop website, I'm sure, a list will come up. But be very careful with a lot of those on the list.
Yeah.
A lot of those sites, they're just aggregating airdrop information out there. But there are some airdrops that are going to want to scam you. And so they're going to say, hey, all you got to do to get this airdrop is send us your address and also send us your private key, or send us this and send us the signature to your Ether wallet. And, you might unknowingly hand all the money that's in your wallet over. So if you're going to get airdrops, I suggest doing it from fresh wallets that has nothing in them.
Mhm.
That way you're not really risking anything by doing that. But a lot of the airdrops, what they are is they'll take a snapshot of another currency you own. So like, like the solo airdrop, it took a snapshot of certain different kinds of wallets that held XRP in that wallet. And if you held XRP at the time of that snapshot, which is a very specific date and time, then you get a percentage of those coins based on, any number of factors. So airdrops are free money. Now, a lot of people would say this. Why? Why are they giving away free money? That doesn't make any sense. Or they're giving them all the way from free. Well, it's very complicated to do a token sale. It's very complicated to do a token sale, and you're asking for a lot of trouble. You're asking for regulation. You're asking eventually, did you sell a security if the XR or if the SEC says you sold a security? So that's why people do airdrops. They do airdrops just to get all the tokens out there and then let the market determine the value. So it's a very safe way to create coins. It's the way we did the BIT token last year, or 2 years ago now. 2 years ago?
Man,
It's
time
2022.
flies. Yeah. This is another one Q&A for noobs. What is Web3 in short, I guess?
Web3, I've really seen it kind of described as two different versions, right? Number one is Web3 is the internet of creation, basically. It is the internet of creativity, if you will, right? Because if you think about it, Web 1, websites, obviously stuff you visited. Web 2, mobile. A lot of people would say mobile is Web 2. By the way, there's no organizing party that determines what is Web 1 and Web 2 and Web 3. But they're kind of, what, they're very similar? Generations. There's not a governing body out there that says millennials are from this year to this year. So you'll find different ranges based on where you look. Web 2, mobile. Web 3, decentralization and more content. Individuals creating content. We all create content of our lives, basically, and put it on the internet now. So there has to be a lot more bandwidth for this much content to be put on the internet. When it was just companies making websites, you didn't really have to have, that advanced technology compared to where we're at today, where everyone is constantly putting stuff on the internet. And you think about all the clouds, internet connectivity. So it's a decentralized internet we're all contributing to instead of one, a large, a small number of people controlling everything. So that's probably my best way to describe it. You have anything you want to add?
No, I think that's fine. Long-term prediction for ADA or Cardano. This is a super chat from Jeremiah Erickson.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, still my, you know, look, I don't even know if we can say this cycle anymore. I don't even know if the word cycle really applies to anything anymore. Starting to wonder. That's why it feels like it's a little lost, because my prediction for this cycle was always $12 to $15 for Cardano. Well, it was $8 at one point, and I moved it to 12, 15 when things were really bullish. Cardano was really moving. But I don't like. Do we get altcoin seasons anymore, or are they just altcoin spurts? Is that all we get? Because we certainly never had an altcoin season this year. Not like we had in the previous cycle. So, I mean, long term. So when we're talking long term, like who knows, $50 maybe. $50 for Cardano, I think is totally possible if they really do everything they want to achieve. Remember, Cardano says, Google is their competitor, Apple is their competitor, Ethereum is not their competitor. So if they're trying to move to that size company and influence, then $50 over the long term. For this cycle, I don't know where we're at. Are we in a cycle? I don't know. Are we ever going to get it? Are we going to get $12 to $15 Cardano in 4 to 5 years? If the best this cycle could muster up, I'll tell you this, very dangerous for altcoins. If the best this cycle could do for a lot of coins was basically 2 to 3x their previous all-time high in 2017, you better be buying at bottoms. You better be buying at absolute bottoms, because a lot of the returns are not going to be as good as we all thought that they were going to be. So starting to figure it out, feel it out, just like everybody else is right now for where we're at. So what do you think?
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about cycles, or you talk the concept of lengthening cycles. I feel like is basically the concept of no cycles, because if there is a 5-6 year cycle, then that doesn't maintain. It won't really be a cycle. You'll be just off the cycle. Basically, there is no more 4-year cycle. Is basically what that theory is. I tend to still think there are cycles driven by the Bitcoin halving. And if that's the case, we might, it's funny you said the phrase doldrums of crypto, and I haven't heard you say that since, the last bear market and what it felt like in there being in the doldrums of crypto. Maybe we are in the beginning, maybe 69 was the top.
And ironically, we pretty much called it.
And the cycles are intact, and we're in the the bear market, then the beginning of the next bear market, and we'll bottom out towards the end of this year and start ramping back, or towards as we start getting closer to the 2024 halving, start setting back up, it starts pricing back in, and we do it all over again. If that's the case, cycles are still intact. If we get a pump this summer, late this year, that breaks that 69K, then we might be outside of the cycles altogether. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it is starting to feel like we could be in the midst of a bear market where we trade between 30 and 60 for a long time, and then we get some hope. And that's what's interesting, is there's still plenty to trade, and I'm sure that's what Frank will show us here in a minute. There's opportunities in the bear market, so I'm not too worried about being in a bear market if that's the case. So Frank, let's get into that. And if you can, we had a question on VWAP from the chat as well. Could you explain what the VWAP is when it comes to crypto? So let's see if we got Frank. There he is. Frankie Candles.
What is up?
What is going on, guys?
Not much. Super exciting crypto day.
Yes, very, very, very exciting. Just kind of like you said it best. We are basically stuck right now. But I just real quick wanted to touch on what you just said. Is as we come up to the point where we have to start looking at are we at the beginning of a bear market? Something that is exciting is when you're trading, especially with these platforms like Femex and stuff, there is opportunity everywhere, whether it's going sideways, up, or down. So you can still make money. Even if we're dumping in the bear market, there's opportunity to make money on those giant dips. So that is exciting. If we are at the beginning of the bear market, you have that to look forward to. We can make money
show them how to do
down
it
as well.
Yeah, let's look at it.
Yes. All right, let me just share my screen real quick. All right, so let's start over here on the weekly for Bitcoin. So here's a little hope. We do have this VWAP coming up closer to this zero line right here as this VWAP comes up and crosses the zero line. I'll explain this a little bit. Typically, as this VWAP comes up and crosses the zero line is usually when you print the green or red dots. So as it comes up and crosses up over the zero line, you print green dots, and then as it comes down and crosses down over the zero line, you'll print a red dot. So that's an easy way to kind of jump ahead of the market, and you can kind of guess where those green and red dots will print. But this weekly VWAP, I've been waiting for this to come up. It looked like we were coming up here, and it looked like that might have been where we're going to cross over and print a green dot, but then it came back down, and now it's finally starting to curve up again. So there is a little bit of hope there. So moving on to the daily. So here we have the daily VWAP coming down. The money flow is curving down slightly. It looks like we're about to print a red dot here on the momentum wave. So maybe bringing us, a little further down in the short term if that does print that red dot. So just to keep an eye out for that. The 18-hour, I did bring this up on Friday. These little trigger waves, when it comes, not too far over the zero line, we print that red dot. These a lot of time bring us down quite a bit. Hasn't played out yet. We do have the money flow generally moving up. So that it's kind of conflicting information there, a little bit hard to read. 12-hour looks about the same. Moving on to the 4-hour, we have the VWAP down here below the zero line curving down. But we do have the money flow coming up. So it is maybe we come up a little bit from the 4-hour. It's a lot of chop now. I actually wanted to pull up the 1 hour here really quick, just to show this is essentially the weekend right here. Now, you could see typically with the money flow, when you have the money flow right here cross down into the red, you typically spend some time in the red for the most part. And, when you come back up into the green, you spend some time in the green. But if you look at this weekend, I mean, we just don't know what to do. As you said, we are stuck here. Tried to come up into the green, came back down into the red, didn't want to stay down there. And then, we were just up and down all weekend. And then finally we crossed into the red and we are hanging out down here a little bit. So my general sentiment for Bitcoin right now is kind of just sideways, slightly bearish. In the short term. But just as a general overview of Bitcoin, here's the daily again. I mean, we are essentially it looks like we're going to trade in this range here where you see this green line. And as we get closer to the tip of this wedge is usually, the closer to the tip, the closer we get to resolving the pattern, meaning either, you're going to break up or break down. As I said on Friday, when we are descending like this, typically, it is a bullish indicator. Does not mean that it will 100% break up, obviously. But, I mean, this is the key area of support right here. And it's just kind of the waiting game when we get back to the tip of this wedge. Are we going to break up to, start a new uptrend, or are we going to just take a dump to 30K?
Yay, 30K. So everybody, long 100X. That's what you said.
Yes. Bet the farm. Sell everything, sell your house. We're going to $1 bazillion.
All right, let's do it. All right, Frank. Thanks for coming on today.
Of course. Take it easy, guys.
And as always, you can find more at Frankie Candles on YouTube and a variety of other social media.
Yeah, I see a lot of comments about us being bearish. Now here's the thing. I don't know if we're bearish or not.
Right.
Here's the thing. We're hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
That is where we're at. And if you want me to come on here and make up lies and tell you that everything looks extremely bullish today, then you're watching the wrong channel. Okay? We did that when the market was bullish. When the market is bearish, we are going to keep it real with you. We are not bearish. We are not in a bear market yet, confirmed. We don't know. We might be. We might be right now in a bear market. Not confirmed. As long as Bitcoin holds $40,000, there are reasons to be bullish. If Bitcoin does not hold $40,000, then buckle in. Buckle in. This is what we warned you about for years. It's not always fun in crypto. It's not always fun. It doesn't always go up. But the real money's made in bear markets. So if you want me to come on here and tell you that this coin's going to 100x tomorrow and that Bitcoin, go long Bitcoin, it's going up. We don't have that right now. But I will tell you this, though. This is what I want to tell you. The main difference between now and over the summer was over the summer, I was told for 2 months we were going up at the middle of July. You know what we did? We went up in the middle of July. I don't have a time frame for you guys now. I don't have one. Okay. And the other thing I will tell you is this: if in the middle of July, there was literally nothing happening either. It was all FUD. There was nothing happening. There was nothing to indicate the price was going to go back up. Okay. All of a sudden, a $10,000 candle on a Sunday night in an hour. $10,000 candle in an hour overnight. Turn the entire thing around. Okay. So it is certainly possible that we will get that again. There was no indication then. There's no indication now, but it could happen. That's why you have to wait to see. And I tell you, the reason why things are boring right now is it seems like Bitcoin's going to be sideways at least for a few more weeks. There's nothing indicating Bitcoin's going to $50,000 tomorrow. So these are the times when you have to pay attention and you have to take all this stuff serious, because days like this, weeks like this, it will run you out of crypto. And then in 4 years from now, when people have made a ton of money again, you're going to say, what an idiot I am. What an idiot I am getting out of this. There was a sheet done of 500 of the most popular crypto YouTubers in 2018, I believe it was. 500. There's only 190 of them that still make videos. Okay? It's not just the people investing. The entire space just starts to disappear. Okay? Only 200 of that 500 are still making videos. And there's even less than that ever gained any kind of traction. Okay? So the point is, you have to stay in during these times and you have to pay attention. You have to listen, even if it's not fun. It's not fun going to Coindesk.com right now and looking at stories. Not fun. Struggling with making videos. There's nothing out there. But you know what? I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep grinding, because I know in the long run it pays off. And that's the attitude you have to have in crypto. So if you want lies, go to other channels. We're only going to keep it real with you. There's only one me. There's only the real me. And I can only tell you how I'm feeling. I can't tell you how everybody else is feeling. It does nothing for me. So there are predictions about Bitcoin, though. I'll do the mention in a minute. There are predictions. $220,000 Bitcoin. Let's go. All right. Yeah.
Well, and
the irony of the timing of me talking about this article.
That is well, and I think it could lead to another important point here is time frames. There's only short term and long term. Like, it's not Bitcoin in the long term, extremely bullish. Like, no matter what, 15 years from now, crypto will be in a much better place, both on a tech and on a price standpoint, than it is today. We're talking, in the next 12 months, not 12 years. So it's easy. Max always is talking about long term. He's not.
No, he actually gives specific time dates.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he says. That's what's funny about this article, actually.
That is fun. I was trying to back him out of this. But.
No, you don't have to back this guy out of anything. This guy's an idiot. I don't like this guy. But anyways, so
but calling
people idiots.
Time frame does matter.
Time frame does matter. Everything TJ says is true. It just doesn't apply to this article. So he has moved now. Just saying, people having to move their predictions. God, I hate that. Max Kaiser has had to move his $220,000 Bitcoin prediction from last year to this year.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. He says it will reach 220K at some point this year.
Huh.
As far as 2021 goes, I said we're going to get 220K per coin, which is actually very close to my original prediction of 223K, which is a typical 4-year cycle. What we had in 2021 was that massive China collapse in mining and hash power. The mining and hash power collapsed 50%. We've since recovered that now, and we're about to hit new all-time high in hash rate. That's why I'm pushing my $220,000 target from 2020 to 2021. Well, can I give you guys a prediction? I'll give you guys a prediction. I have now changed. I believe that going into this weekend, that the Cowboys were going to beat the 49ers. But I've actually decided today, I'm going to change that. 49ers are going to beat the Cowboys. I'm positive it's going to happen.
That's a good prediction.
Great prediction. Crazy. I will say this just real quick, just briefly. We're not going to get too much into football. But what I will say is, great weekend of football. The play at the end of the Dallas Cowboys game was literally the dumbest play call I've seen in the history of sports. Never seen anything that stupid. A quarterback draw with no timeout, so 14 seconds left when you're down by 6 and you're at the 40-yard line. Makes no sense to me. But anyways, I feel sorry for Cowboys fans today.
I do too.
My heart and my soul hurts for you. Such a dumb way to end a great season. So, yeah, CeeDee Lamb, felt bad for him. Yeah, I heard at the end, came back in. So anyways, that's what Max Kaiser says. He said he's moving his date of his prediction. So 220K Bitcoin prediction sounds great to me. Real quick before we get to the next, yeah, you never changed the ETH resistance thing.
Perfect.
Change that. He's gonna change that to an XRP story while I do this mention here for Singularity DAO, a project we are investing in. If you can show the screen, that would be great. Chargers calling timeout against Raiders. That was pretty bad too, but yeah, that was pretty bad too. Dynaset beta update. So Singularity DAO is a project we're invested in. The same people that have brought you Sophia the robot, the sexiest robot around, who I will actually be interviewing, coming to my studio at some point soon. They have this new project going, which involves all these different components. But there's additionally a metaverse that they're going to be rolling out, which is going to be really cool. But Singularity DAO is a DeFi protocol designed to remove the stress of choosing which project to invest in, the fear of market cycles, bears, downtrends, and volatility, the hassle of constantly managing and updating your portfolio, all of the troubles associated with DeFi and crypto. Let's see. It's the brainchild of Ben Gertzel. He's the CEO and founder of Singularity Net. He was also on Joe Rogan's podcast a while back. Marcelo Mari, who is the CEO of Singularity DAO. And they've now got, the big thing is the successful beta launch just occurred. On December 20, 2021, we successfully launched the first 3 Dynasets. It's a very limited entry beta, and our cap was reached immediately. And an absolute amazing turnout from our community, our investors, and our influencers. A total of 343 people were whitelisted. Anyways, the long and short of it is it went really well. This is actually a project we're going to be talking a pretty big amount about over the coming months. This is a project we are extremely interested in. I met these people in person when I was down in Miami, and I think this one's going to be huge. The metaverse they're doing for this one is really cool. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about it right now, but I will tell you this. When I heard what their metaverse is, the description of it, I immediately knew this was going to be a home run. And the reason, because there are a lot of people, specifically I think in Japan, who have married robots. Actually true. That was actually my first thought. But I think I'll tell you more about that down the road. It is going to be pretty cool to continue to watch. So, all right, let's talk about XRP here. Yep, look at this. XRP case closed. Well, predicted to close in August. How fun is that? How exciting is August for the end of the XRP case?
Oh, that's great.
Maybe we're just done with cycles. Maybe we're just done with cycles. And everything is going to be fundamentally driven. And we're going to get a huge news story and the price is going to go up. And then we'll get some bad news. Somebody banning Bitcoin and the price will go down. Maybe that's what we'll see. But Jeremy Hogan says he believes the case will end in August to September of 2022. September? Yeah. I always predicted it would end in September.
You just didn't put the right year?
Did I put a year?
I don't know.
I'm not sure I put a year.
I don't think you did.
We can edit it out. Anyways. Attorney Jeremy Hogan said the parties can stipulate a shorter time frame. Now, look, here's the thing about this, okay? If the lawsuit goes to completion, this is what he's saying here. If the lawsuit goes to completion, then it will end at this time. But here's the problem with that. If the lawsuit goes to completion, SEC probably wins. SEC probably wins if they're going to completion. And the reason for that is because, they believe they have everything they need to just hammer Ripple Labs. Okay. But almost all of these in settlements, as long as that settlement comes, it will come in the middle of the case. It doesn't happen at the end, unless the negotiation is not going well at all. I would think, in my opinion, that this is a good time frame for it not to end, because I do believe a settlement is coming. I still believe that. Every indication is there is a settlement coming. If you look at what's happening in the case, so if it goes to completion, because they moved this date from January 15th all the way to February 28th, FML, Um, okay, sorry, should say. But the point is, if that happens, or since they did that, since they moved that date, this has pushed the entire timeline out. And according to the schedule of events, if it went to completion, it should end in September or August. And that is what Jeremy is saying. I keep meaning to reach out to him. I'm going to do it today. Reach out to Jeremy, see if we can get him on the show here pretty soon. Now, why did it get delayed? You can thank the pandemic for that. Thank you, pandemic. Thank you. I appreciate that. And also, guys, just a side story on this. XRP or Binance has now completed wrapped XRP integration. Ted Conrad says, the year is 2060. And the Ripple and the SEC are about to settle any day now. So anyways, the integration, open deposit. So you can do wrapped XRP now on Binance, which is pretty good stuff. So, date was simply moved because they can't dispose people due to the pandemic. That's literally what I said. Spreading FUD. How is that? I literally just told you what happened. Clean out your ears. I need to send you a Q-tip. Maybe we should do a contest for a Q-tip.
Maybe.
We'll get a new contest for tomorrow. How many likes are we at?
We are at almost 3,000.
Almost 3,000 is pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. You guys do us a favor, especially if you're in the XRP army. Make sure to stop what you're doing and hit that like button. That way we know that you like the channel and you're helping us out. If you're on mobile, X out of the mobile chat, hit the like button, come back. If you're watching on smart TV, make sure to hit the 3 dots, more actions, more options, and then react like this video. All right, so where were we here? Let me just read a couple titles here. Bitcoin stays in tight range as analysts eyes potential interesting week in Bitcoin. I tend to think this is going to be a boring week for Bitcoin. Bitcoin hash rate taps new lifetime all-time high. Bitcoin price 20% above production cost. So, okay, that's pretty good. Difficulty nearing all-time high. You remember when it dropped tremendously when China banned crypto? So we wanted to get to those stories. Didn't have time, though. Stablecoin USDC's ERC20 issuance surpasses USDT's total supply on Ethereum. Did you also, before we get into this story, did you also hear about Tether freezing? I think it was $60 million.
I did hear about that. Like they blacklisted some addresses or something?
Yeah, so supposedly they were able to trace this back to a big hack that was much bigger. I think $150 million. A giant hack on USDT where funds were stolen. I think it was 2000 and, I don't even want to know, 13 maybe? I don't remember exactly what it was. But they think they've isolated more of that, and so they blacklisted that. Look, I don't like blacklisting of coins.
I don't either.
I think it's terrible. Bitcoin does it too.
Yeah.
I mean, exchanges do it.
Exchanges. That's
Yeah,
what I was gonna
Bitcoin
say.
itself doesn't do it in the code, but exchanges do it too. And I know, like, protection. Remember, Patriot Act was for protection. Remember that, right? For your protection. So this is more about companies losing money. I mean, I guarantee you the compound guy would blacklist if he could. So it's a slippery slope. That's why, I agree with Charles Hoskinson. Code is law.
Yeah, it's
code is law.
Very anti-crypto and blockchain, the whole concept.
Yes.
To be
it's
blacklisting
so crazy.
people.
Anyways. All right, stablecoin USDC's ERC20 issuance surpasses USDT's total supply on Ethereum. And we've said for a long time, USDC will pass USDT, no question about it. On Saturday, January 15th, the market cap of all stablecoins in existence is 173 billion, 8% of the 2.18 trillion crypto volume. Let's see. Now, interestingly enough, even though it makes up 8%, the volume makes up, almost 50%. I think it was 60% at one point, but it's a little bit lower now. Market valuation of stable coins represents 71.8%. But the story here is Tether or USDC, the Coinbase dollar, is now past Tether's ERC20 supply. So this is specifically the stable coins issued on these blockchains. Now, they issue on different blockchains. So, Ethereum or Tether is on the Tron blockchain. It started out as the Omni blockchain. It is on Ethereum's blockchain. I think it's on Algorand as well. I think BSC. All this stuff works with USDT. And the reason is they got to do transactions on chain. So you can't, all these projects are not interoperable. So you can't have just one version of a stable coin. You got to have multiple versions of it. Now, together, they're all counted as a singular market cap. This is why when you go, send a stable coin to an exchange, they'll ask you which blockchain is it on. That way they know to give you the right address. But the current total supply of the stablecoin on Ethereum is over 40 billion. Current supply of Tether is now 39.8 billion. So the fact Ethereum, the biggest one, it is past it, is super, super interesting to me. So this is the sign. I mean, it will, over time, USDT will go away eventually, I believe.
Yeah.
You believe that?
Yes, I do. I think this is, like you said, been in the cards for a long time. Now we're just finally starting to see it play out.
That's right. Speaking of cards,
That was something.
or something,
That was something.
let's talk about Cardano. Cardano surpasses Ethereum by transaction volume. Is ADA price soars? Wow. Passes Ethereum transaction volume? Now, I will tell you, this is not a super, super long-term indicator of success. Tron at one point was beating Ethereum in volume every single day forever. So I'm not saying it can't, but just, take this with a grain of salt. According to Masari, Cardano is ahead of Ethereum in terms of transaction over the past 24 hours. 7 billion versus 5 billion. Let's see. Cardano only paid 60. Listen to this. Cardano is vaporware. Cardano users only paid $66,000 in transaction fees during the last 24 hours, compared to Ethereum's $44.74 million. 66,000 versus $45 million in 24 hours with a higher volume. So does it work? I'd say it does. So while critics tend to dismiss Cardano as a ghost chain, vaporware, there's already some prominent dApps running on it. Meld, of course, is the decentralized banking protocol, non-fungible token marketplace, CNFT.io. Sunday Swap mainnet is launching Thursday. So that's big news if you're into that. Cardano price surges after Metaverse project launch. ADA gains more than 30% in 7 days. Metaverse coming to Cardano. Hey, this one's a sleeper. It's a number 4 cryptocurrency. It's a sleeper. You just can't listen to so much people. You have to remember this. This is why we talk positive about Ethereum. We talk positive about Cardano. We talk positive about Solana. We talk positive about Avalanche. Sure, we're invested in all these projects. We don't pick one. We don't say this one is definitively the best. I believe Polkadot, for instance. I believe long-term Ethereum stays number 1. This is what I believe. But the potential for Cardano is higher than the potential of Ethereum because Ethereum's already so massive. So from the bottom of the top of potential, Cardano blows it away right now. Cardano has got a lot of stuff to like. And there's too many people out there that spend too much time destroying projects they're not invested in. And it makes people make bad decisions because they're only seeing this fun. They're not seeing what's really going on here. So NFT and Metaverse project Pavia pushes Cardano prices higher. So Pavia is a trade, create, explore, and trade in the first ever Cardano virtual world owned by its users. And then also, here are debuts on the Cardano blockchain. But NFTs have been crushing it. We had our NFT update guys did a video on Cardano NFTs over the weekend. It crushed it because people want to know about Cardano NFTs right now. What did they say the website was? CFNT.
CNFT.
It was in this article. I just wanted to see it. It's probably .io. That's probably what it is. I just wanted to see. Let me just Google it. CNFT. CNFT. There it is. Okay. Yeah, CNFT.io. Cardano non-fungible tokens. Our people have been buying these up left and right here. A lot of good ones are coming out. You guys can see here, it's just listed kind of like Rarible or OpenSea. You got to have a Cardano wallet. So this is the next boom in crypto or the Cardano NFTs. The next boom in NFT or in crypto. Pavia is being spoken about every YouTube influencer. Okay, well, we haven't talked about it, I don't think.
No, I think, and what I was saying,
Everybody's talking about it.
It's just the only thing. It's the most relevant thing in the news right now. Like you were saying, a lot
Only
of the news-
exciting thing.
Yeah, it's something new and exciting, relevant to talk about. Something we've been waiting for a long time. So it's nice.
Yeah, I see a lot of YouTubers are following our Metaverse path
Hmm.
that we've been talking about for months on the channel. A lot of them talking about Metaverse stuff. It's
Well,
the stuff that's exciting in the bear market. Gaming
it-
coins, Metaverses,
Yeah.
NFTs. I'm saying we're in one.
It's the
Could be.
future. You know.
It's the future no matter what. So, all right, moving on here. Visa, 1 in 4 businesses surveyed plan to accept crypto payments this year. That's an insane number.
1 in 4. I wonder what businesses.
Well, I mean, you
There
want to
go.
know?
That looks like it's going to tell us.
I'll tell you. All you got to do is just drive down the street, count 4 businesses, and one of them. It's probably McDonald's. McDonald's probably one, right? They're like 1 out of every 20 businesses in every place.
McDonald's and Subway.
McDonald's and Subway. Yeah, I can't believe Subway is still like around. Really, they're the most popular fast food restaurant because you have to go in.
Yeah,
like they don't have drive-throughs.
It is amazing for being non-drive-through that there's
is.
so many of them. I guess because you can put them anywhere, gas stations, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they let's see. I think more people are feeling confident about crypto. Small businesses in 9 countries plan to accept crypto. It was 2,250 small business owners with 100 employees or fewer in Brazil, Canada, Germany, Hong Kong, Ireland, Russia, Singapore, UAB, and the U.S. Of those surveyed, 24% said they plan to accept digital currencies such as the crypto Bitcoin. An overwhelming 82% said they plan to accept some form of digital option in 2022. In December, they launched a crypto advisory services, yada, yada, yada. Did any of you guys, speaking of that, did any of you guys see or have seen the Intuit commercial? Have you seen it, TJ?
Intuit for TurboTax?
Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen
It was on one of the video. You would know it if you saw it.
Oh, I don't know which one.
It was on one of the football games last night or yesterday. It said, it shows a guy and he's at a computer screen and he's like, I'm a crypto millionaire. I'm not a crypto millionaire. I'm a crypto millionaire. It's like, that's a volatility, right? Like 1 minute you're a millionaire, the next minute you're working at McDonald's. And it was a tax commercial where a lady comes in and says, if you're into crypto, we have crypto tax experts that can help you. I would suggest that you use taxbit.io. You can get that link on our website. That's what a lot of people use. It's got a really great software. This is what I recommend to people. We'll be talking a little bit about crypto taxes when we get a little closer to April. But allow experts to do it for you. And you can even chat with TaxBit for free on their chat that's on their website without having to sign up for any services. So they'll answer questions and help you on the right way. And then, eventually, hopefully, ideas you want to use their automated software syncs up through API to your exchanges. It's really good.
Yeah, well worth it's very cheap compared.
Yeah. Somebody said Subway does have drive-through. I've seen like 2 Subways with a drive-through in my life.
Yeah, I was going to say some of them.
I've been to one.
Some of them do, but I'd say it's probably 5% or less.
Yeah, definitely. So anyways, yeah, let's move on to the next story. Nike owned NFT Studio to release self-updating clones in 2022. This is the answer to all our problems.
We're gonna clone you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the answer.
You don't think so?
How many times? We're gonna
have now listen, hear me out.
10 BitBoys running around?
I want to ask you a question. You've seen me box.
Yeah.
Me versus a clone. Who wins?
You, for sure.
Thank you. That's the right answer. That's how you keep from being a clone. Yeah, so let's see. Subway does have drive-thrus, maybe not everywhere, but we do have some in South Carolina. Yeah, definitely in the South, not everywhere.
Yeah, they do. We covered that.
Yeah.
YouTube will catch up.
They will. Let's see. Well, I'm just like wondering, are most places in the country that have drive-thrus?
No.
I don't think so.
I've been to in a lot of different places. It's 5% or less, I would say.
Updated digital clones, native marketplace, RTFKT in 2022. This was, they just got bought by somebody, didn't they? Who did RTFKT get bought by? It was, let me look it up.
I'm looking up.
Yeah, look that up for me.
Well, I'm looking up Subways with drive-through.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I'm a little distracted.
RTFKT acquisition. Oh, it's Nike. So it's who's in the article. Yeah, duh. Nike. Nike bought them. Why am I so bullish on RTFKT? Can they have a better name?
I know.
Clone X, you ask? First, the studio is going to implement updated digital avatars for various metaverses. They will go live as 3D clones, models with updated parameters that can be downloaded in various formats. Then in 2022, the studio is going to host a forging event to unveil its collection of physical items. You can't, do nerd stuff without a nerd word in there. Forging event. They create a collection of virtual sneakers that were released for $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 per pair. They're getting ready to launch its own marketplace for digital collectibles. NFT enthusiasts will be able to customize their clones, purchase goods for them, and interact with peers. The RTFKT mania. It's Artifact? Oh, it's Artifact. It's Artifact. That's cool. Artifact. I like that. Nobody said, I guess other people have talked about it on YouTube. Maybe that's how you heard the pronunciation. That makes a lot more sense.
It does make more sense.
I feel so much better now.
Also,
Artifact.
for the record, less than 10% of subways have drive-through.
Less than 10%.
There you go.
So y'all, subway drive-through apologists, you're wrong. Sorry. Artifact Marketplace will act as a peer-to-peer bazaar for digital equipment designed to inject new life into the new generation of clones. Let's see, and look here, Andreessen Horowitz led the round. Artifact valuation rocketed $33 million, $33.3 million. Half of the devil's number, 33.3. All right, let's move on. I can only talk about, speaking of Metaverse, Walmart. We also know Disney getting into the Metaverse, by the way. We talked about Metaverse over the weekend with Disney. They're putting together, it sounds like some AR stuff to where you can customize your visit to the physical park. It's some kind of crazy technology. We don't have access to, through the public records to know exactly what it is or how it works yet, but definitely going to be very interesting to watch.
That makes sense. Because think about it. Remember, I was saying you could choose your own adventure in their animated series and stuff.
Yeah. Mhm.
Imagine, you could easily segment out age specific experiences in the park. The kids are getting, like, who's your favorite character? Pluto. So now you're getting walked through Disneyland by Pluto to go to all these secret places and special rides.
The dog, not the planet.
Yeah, the dog, not the planet. Yeah. Or Goofy. How about that? It's a better dog, for example.
No.
It's less
Goofy is a
confusing.
dog, which is
Yeah.
weird.
What?
Feels like very
Conflicting. Like one's
Yeah.
a human dog, one's a dog. One stands up, one's on all fours.
Yeah,
It's
what-
very conflicting messages.
dogs
from
owning
Disney.
dogs.
Yeah.
Cannibalistic almost.
Anyway, I could see how
Guess
you
that
could
makes
get a specific AR experience, like whoever your favorite character is. Jack Sparrow's guiding you through Disney World or whatever. Like I could see that real easy with Meta and AR games, and like they could basically make the park experience 100 times better without having to do costly hardware upgrades. They could just upgrade the Oculus or their app.
You'll just be going through a box.
Yep.
I don't like these VR rides compared to the real rides. I just say this, like at Disney, like the flight of passage, I think it's called. It's great. It's fun. All the Star Wars rides, like they're fun. Like they're nice to go on. I'm not gonna not go on them, but I just feel like it feels very anticlimactic to get to the ride and you just sit in a box.
Yeah.
You don't move. You sit in a box. I don't like the VR ride movement for parks. I want an actual roller coaster. I prefer. I'm old school. So I don't know. I feel like I could do that anywhere. Like I could go sit in one of those rides anywhere. I was at the Indianapolis Mall a couple weeks ago, and while I was eating, I looked over, and there they had some people in a virtual reality box right there. Why do I gotta wait in a line to go ride a virtual reality box? That's how I feel. Anyways.
Soon you won't have to. You do it from your living room.
So Walmart quietly preparing to enter the metaverse. So we talked about Disney. Walmart venturing into the metaverse with plans to create its own crypto and collection of NFTs. The big box retailer filed several new trademarks late last month, indicated its intent to make and sell virtual goods. And a separate filing company said it would offer users a virtual currency as well as NFTs. This is insane. It seems like people were like, the Bitcoin price was going to shoot up when Walmart bought Bitcoin. Then we found out they didn't buy Bitcoin. But they're getting into NFTs in the metaverse. What does that tell you? This is where people are interested. This is where the mainstream person is interested in crypto. The mainstream person that's not in crypto thinks that almost every crypto out there is a Ponzi scheme. Some people tell you NFTs are a Ponzi scheme. But now when we're talking about gaming and we're talking about, metaverse in a future world where people will be gaming inside of that, they can see the excitement in that. Walmart appears to be venturing in metaverse with plans to create its own crypto. The big box retailer filed several new trademarks last month and that indicate its intent to make and sell virtual goods, including electronics, home decorations, toys, sporting goods, and personal care products. Separate filing, they said they will offer users a virtual currency as well as NFT. So here it is. You get the serial number right there. 7 total applications have been submitted. They said it's continuing exploring how emerging technologies may shape future shopping experiences. Imagine if you had you go to Walmart to pick up your order. You order online, you go there, you pick it up, or your Instacart person goes there to pick it up. Eventually you won't be able to go in the store. They'll all be giant warehouses. All the Walmarts will be giant warehouses for drones to come get the items and take them to you. But that's another story for another day. But instead of just, showing them your ID or something, you just had something on your phone you can show them hey, here's my receipt NFT. Only you have that. So it'll be very interesting to see, because when I'm looking and thinking about all this, I'm thinking about virtual shopping. I'm thinking about look, Walmart is not, I don't think, coming into the gaming space, right? They're going to stick to what they're good at, which is all things retail. They're the greatest retail company in the history of America. Hate them or love them. So because of that, you would think it's going to be something the cutting edge of shopping, or digital goods, in terms of how it would relate to something Walmart would do well. What do you think?
Yeah, most likely. I think shopping is all going virtual, and I think all these, like you said, retailers, Gap was one we looked at last week, these mainstay retailers for a long time, there's a reason they've stayed at the top of that. It's because they know how to adapt. So I imagine we don't know what it's going to look like right now, but the fact that these major players are messing with it means it's going to be the wave of the future for sure. Yeah, and they'll figure it out.
I don't know, I just kind of, I'm going to forecast into the future. I'm going to forecast 5-6 years into the future. And I'm just judging this based on what I'm seeing right now. It almost feels like, and I said this early on, I feel like Metaverse is going to be bigger than crypto.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going to have way more people out there doing Metaverse content than crypto content. A lot of the crypto YouTubers you watch now, if they don't retire because they're in the Lazy Millionaires Club, they're going to be making Metaverse content. This is where the excitement is and the interest is. This is where the mainstream is coming. This is where the big box or where the biggest companies are looking at right now. Budweiser, Nike, Adidas. Think about this. Did you hear Adidas talking about crypto? Did you hear Adidas talking about the latest VeChain supply chain upgrade? No. So very interesting to see. I just think we're going to see a totally different world, even just in the crypto space here in a few years. We're going to continue to talk crypto. We're also going to talk a lot of this too, because this is what draws people in and gets people interested. But anyways, so guys, thank you so much for watching today. Puma just filled a patent as well. Were you in school when Puma became really popular for 1 year?
No.
There was 1 year where Puma was the most popular thing that existed in mankind.
That might have been before my time, or I was a little kid.
You were probably in kindergarten. I was in the 6th grade. So yeah, you're probably in kindergarten, 1st grade. All right, guys, that is all I got. Be blessed. Bye-bye.